Hey folks, welcome back to another vlog. Ryan Wilson here from Predator Inc. And I owe you guys an apology. We've got one of the sickest trucks that we've ever built sitting behind me, and we've never done a full vlog on it. So I apologize about that. Now going back to I think it was like the second or third vlog that we've ever done, full custom build on the rear bumper, and turned out amazing, but we've never done the full truck. And this truck is probably one of the most iconic custom-built H1 Hummers out there on the internet, fully outfitted with all the guns and weapon systems and all the cool stuff that our customer has played with on this truck. Second apology is coming from Jason. What? Jason owes you guys a big apology because he shows up late every single day. And we already got cracking into this truck. We couldn't wait for him any longer. He had to sleep off his hangover or something. Where are we?
All you did was take the hood off.
Dude, the hood's off. The cooling system is down and off. We actually had to put the intercooler back in place because you wandered in at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, a little bit of work has been done on it. So anyways, this customer has been a longtime customer of ours, really good friend of mine, San Diego guy. He bought this truck and brought it in, I think it had to be like 15, 16 years ago, and I'm sure he's gonna call me as soon as this vlog hits and like, no, Ryan, it was 17 years. Whatever it was, he's been with us for a long time. We've done a lot of service work. Originally it was a 6.5 turbo diesel, and then we started outfitting it, doing some custom weapons mounts here and there for him, some lighting, full Wayland system, sirens, all kinds of cool stuff. Then he stepped up and did the Duramax conversion on it, and along with that, he went with a front-mounted intercooler. So a front-mounted intercooler is really nice because you're thinning out this whole cooling stack. This cooling stack up here is a 45-degree cooling stack. It's very inefficient because the airflow has to come across like this, turn down at a 45, and then back out. So it doesn't flow very well. By thinning out the cooling stack, it allows the radiator to be much more efficient, AC condenser that mounts on here to be much more efficient, but also putting this intercooler up here allows for direct cool airflow across the intercooler. Makes a big difference. This truck runs like 195 everywhere. It's really difficult to get it to break above that. Mel's needs, requirements changed over the years. He really got into off-roading. He's been doing a lot of off-roading with this truck. Ended up buying a second truck as his off-road rig because he really wanted to have a winch on the front. And he's like, why am I doing this? Because this truck is so amazing. It just needs the Viper front winch bumper as well as a D-ring brush guard on here. So we're actually transforming it back to off-road base vehicle. He still has his other truck that's gonna be kind of his grocery getter around town, but this is kind of the iconic truck and his baby that he's gonna be off-roading. Now what we're doing is we're taking this intercooler completely off. We're putting it back to our traditional setup where the intercooler is mounted up on top of here, as well as AC condenser. And then from there, we're putting this hood back on and a D-ring brush guard. However, Mel is very specific with his requirements. He always wants something nicer, better, cooler. We spent a lot of time one morning a few weeks back and designed out a new D-ring brush guard, very similar to the factory one that we have now, but a little bit bulkier. So let's go ahead and crack into this truck. Let's get the intercooler off again. I feel so cheap by setting this thing on here and faking that I've been taking it off, but it's been off. I'd be a liar otherwise. That's because of Jason. I blame Jason. So we're gonna take this off again. The stage setting here of this intercooler having never come off, it has been off earlier today because Jason never showed up and I wasn't sure if he was gonna show up, but apparently he decided to come to work today. So we can get this vlog going. So Randy, let's get going. Come on, Randazzle.
Where is he?
No, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
To the hand.
All right.
Wrong truck, Randy. That's the wrong truck. What is he doing?
I don't know, man. You got us all screwed up now. Randy's screwed up, I'm screwed up. The intercooler's been off, now it's been put back on. Today's done. All right, what are you doing, Randy?
Neat.
Which piece?
Heater core. That
Pete.
I thought you just asked him to come work on this thing, or to come look at it.
Hey, Randy does his own thing, okay? You don't question Randy's motives or what's happening in Randy's day. You just say, oh, okay, cool. Come on, Randy.
Got a mic for you.
Here. You don't have to wear the mic, Randy. I'll just hold this. I'll just hold this.
Ow! I got a kick in my neck, and he wants to shove a fucking camera in my face, and he got a fucking mic wiggling in my mouth.
Well, that's because you don't want to wear the mic, so I'll just hold it here.
Oh, you're supposed
Oh, wait,
to
wait,
have it
wait,
up
wait.
here.
My arm's crossing my face, right? Now we're going to be professional.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, I'll go up high, I promise. Here, put on the damn microphone, behave, and let's showcase Mel's bumper. You gotta hold, here, you can, here, let's just,
Oh, thank you. Can you get it a little tighter?
I can, yes.
Oh,
So hope you guys are doing well. We're struggling here today at Predator.
no kidding.
How long is it gonna take you to wrap this thing up?
I'm hoping by tomorrow.
You're taking forever, and your flashlight's down on the ground.
I know. So is my sanity.
It's gonna be a great vlog, guys. Thanks for watching. So we got Mel's front camera mounted right here. It was mounted on the brush guard. Check this out over here. This is that custom brush guard that we did with the corners kind of cut off on either side. Definitely a cool design, very unique, but not as protective as our heavy duty D-ring brush guard.
I'm almost wanting to fit the brush guard right now.
I'd say next time around, let's have the hood on. We'll check the brush guard, and then you can set your airlift hooks, and then this thing can go to powder coat. When it comes back, you got your airlift hooks done. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but we actually have same D-ring brush guard design, but a lot larger diameter tubing. Everything has been upgraded as far as the size goes. Like, if you look at this, this used to be inch and a half. Now it's 1 3/4 inches. This was no, go. So this was 1.5 inches. Now we've jumped that up to 1 3/4 inches. This is all 2-inch here, just a lot more stout. Same design, just a lot bulkier, bigger tubing, and a lot stronger. So once we get this thing back from powder coat, we'll set this next to another D-ring brush guard, and you can kind of see the difference. Subtle difference, but definitely a lot stronger design. It looks good. Actually, here, take a look at this, Jason. Oh, let's see.
You can tell it's easier, especially when you look at these right here. Look how thin these are.
Yeah, 1.5 inches, and we're up to 1 3/4 there. Just subtle changes. This is also 2-inch here, and it goes to 1 3/4 here. We continued this whole bar all the way down at 2-inch, ties in with this piece at 2-inch, and then this bar here is 1 3/4 instead of 1.5 inches. So everything is just a little bit more stout, a little bit bigger, and I really like this design with the side pieces at 1 3/4 instead of 1.5 inches. It's a 1/4 inch difference, definitely makes a difference on it. It looks good. We still have another surprise too. When we get it back from powder coat, we will show you what we got going on with that. Okay, so we wrapped up Mel's truck. It is absolutely insane. It literally went from a stock H1 to more of a street truck with the full intercooler down here. Jason, throw up the pictures of Mel's truck with the front mounted intercooler. Mel's needs, requirements changed. He got into a lot more off-roading and has since built this truck up, pretty much reinvented the truck. So now we have it completely wrapped up with the front Viper winch bumper. As you can see, the D-ring brush guard is integrated into the Viper winch bumper. The mounts are all internal inside of here. You pull the pins out, it opens up, and it sits on some rubber stops right in here. Full Warren 12K winch in the front end. Warren shackles. He's got that Factor 55 fair lead as well as mount there, and then rigid flush mount lights over here. We also did something unique. We changed out the front top plate to a diamond plate. So on the back winch bumper, we'll get into that in just a second, it has a full diamond plate on the top. So we matched that back there as well. Brought that kind of uniformity up to here to the front end of the truck. But we also did a little pod right here over the front mounted camera. So it's got some protection up here. You can step on top of it. It's not going to damage the camera. Also gives you a really good kind of anti-slip stepping platform. You can access the roof up the D-ring brush guard. You can step here, up here, and just work your way up, obviously being careful as you get across the hood. The next thing that's been redesigned is the D-ring brush guard. Primarily just change up the overall diameter of the tubing. So normally we have a 2-inch bar that runs across the center here, and then it drops to 1 3/4 down here, 1.5 inches here. So there's a couple different size tubes on this D-ring brush guard. We've since changed that up for him, and we've gone with almost all 2-inch except for this crossbar here at 1 3/4 inches, and then this side bar right here, this vertical stanchion here. Really nice design change on it. It gives a little bit stronger look to it, and it is stronger. It is a larger diameter tubing, still 120 wall construction, very heavy duty, very stout like the older version was. And then finally, we integrated some tree cables here. So on either side, we have quick disconnect pins. You pop out the pin, and then the cable can move out of the way so you can open up the hood, and it's integrated into the D-ring brush guard. And the idea behind this is it gives you a lot of protection when you're off-roading in heavy brush or heavy trees. You're plowing through a bunch of trees, because a lot of times the trails can get a little bit narrow for Jeepers. You get into H1 Hummer, a little bit wider platform. So you hit those tree branches are gonna slide right up this cable here, and then across the roof line and back. So gives you a little bit more protection with having these cables here, and they are removable. They also, you can pop these guys out and pivot them across the back of the roof rack too. So completely out of the way, you wouldn't even know that they're there. So now I want to show you the entire truck and probably one of the most unique portions of the truck, which is the gull wing slant back design that we did for him a few years back. Probably one of the most iconic viewpoints of this truck is its slant back design. There's nothing more iconic, in my opinion, than a slant back H1 Hummer. I'm going to start in the front first. We've got an oversized snorkel we did, custom snorkel for him. He wanted something a little bit bigger, especially with the Duramax engine. Wanted to make sure he has a little bit more pre-cleaner effectiveness here. On the side here, you're going to notice this Wayland light. It has full integrated Wayland lights on the truck. Everything from, flashing lights in the front, the back, the sides, as well as blackout lights. I mean, you name it, this truck has every system that Wayland offers pretty much. Search and rescue roof rack, Wayland lights integrated into the side of the roof rack. They're all flush mounted. Pretty sick design we came up with for him on this. We also put in some custom little supports here. The other unique thing is instead of 3 mounts, instead of 1, 2, 3, we did a total of 4 on each side. A little bit overkill, but again, Mel's using this truck. He does a lot of shooting with this truck. He's up on the top. There's actually 2 turret systems on this truck, one on the roof as well as one on the back. So he's utilizing this truck to its fullest potential. He wanted to have a little bit more structural strength out of the roof rack. So we designed this roof rack with that in mind. And then also when he is out shooting or camping, he has this tent that opens up on the side, comes out, he's got all of his guns, gear set up underneath, and is ready to go. Coming back to my favorite part is the back slant back design. This we designed and built for him. I want to say it was probably, 2 or 3 years ago. And it's just an amazing engineering work of art. So one of the coolest things about this truck is this right here. Full gull wing design. Kind of was looking for something very exotic as far as functionality out of the slant back. Here you have this cargo area. Over the years we've changed this up a little bit. At one point this was cargo. Eventually we put in an oversized transmission cooler in here, and then jack mount right here, shovel mount over here. This little guy right here twists and it unlocks the jerry can on this side, and there's another batch of them on the other side. One of the coolest slant backs we've ever built. And the other unique thing is we had these kind of pseudo slant back windows here, but it actually worked out really well to to release air through here. So we're sucking through a lot of airflow from the other side in this cooler here. It dumps it out the side here. And then of course we went with the radius, like factory OEM slant back design, where it kind of radiuses down. Looks a lot better than the aftermarket one that comes back and squared off across the back. Again, personal preference. Went over it with Mel and he agreed he liked that design. So let's go ahead and flip this thing around and we'll show the back end of this truck off. On to the back of the truck. Where do I begin? There's literally like so much stuff going on the back of this truck. I'm gonna try to break it down in sections. So first things first is the slant back. I've got both of the gull wing doors open. That's probably one of the sickest viewpoints in my opinion. We did kind of an aircraft design, little cut circles here, kind of looks like ribs of a jet wing. So pretty cool design with that. Now, right here, we have so much in this little jerry can carrier, Yeti cooler carrier. Starting off, we have a full Molly mount design base here. It's kind of hard to see, but the Yetis mount on top of this guy, secured and bolted down in here, locking nuts on the back side so no one can steal this. You have a drain plug on the other side over here, and then underneath, this is pretty trick, there's actually a fuel can underneath here. And then what's pretty cool about it too is we have this lock, so we can lock it out at 90 degrees, or we can go all the way out here and lock it in position. So the idea is if he's on the side of a hill, this whole system can be locked out. Then I mentioned to you before we had the diamond plate integrated in here. We also went with step mounted bumper. So cut out this whole section here, integrated steps here. We have the Predator logo engraved in it as well. And then we have side mounted shackles over here, shackles in the back, which are standard weld-on shackles here. So let me open up the tire carrier. So again, we have lockouts on this, so we can lock it out at various positions. This is our search and rescue tire carrier, a little bit different design from our standard tire carrier, primarily because you have a higher point up here on the pivot mechanism going down here to the latching mechanism. Then we also went with rigid flush mounted lights, as well as a reverse camera with a little protective cover on it as well. So on the back of the truck here, full diamond plate design up here on all the stepping surfaces only. We have two handles here, as well as here, hydraulic opening rear door here. So this is fully covering the bed so you can lock up any type of gear you want in the back. It also caps over the top of the tailgate here. With that design, there's no way to open this tailgate unless this door is opened up. And in order to open up that door, first you have to pull this pin out here, as well as unlock a lock over there, which is unlocked right now. So you're gonna notice here we have a jack mount, as well as additional rigid lights integrated into the back of the truck here, so it illuminates the whole cargo area of your bed. You can lock up virtually anything you want back here. And then you're gonna notice this hitch mount right here with this pin. What that is actually a turret mount. A lot of forethought that went into designing this out. So when you're up here, you've got a turret mount. So it's a 3-pointed mount right here, turret comes up. You've got a resting place here, and you also have a kickstop here. So when you're shooting from the back, you have something stable to shoot from. Additionally, we have another turret mount up here. So gun in the forward position, you can turn around up here, and you've got this position going forward as well. So again, everything is extremely well thought out. Mel did an amazing job with giving us ideas, suggestions, and then our team here implementing them. Another cool feature, pop this out, and we have a full mount here and rack for ammo cans. So all his ammunition can go in here, get pinned in place, a lock over here, safe and secure. And the list goes on and on. So rotopacks over here, rotopacks over here. To access that, you pop out like kind of a secret mount on the inside and here, and then these doors do lock in place. So everything's secure, everything has is very well protected as well. Coming over here, this is pretty cool design too. I'd have to get in the door here to pull the pin out, but right here is an antenna mount. So this guy right here rotates down onto the inside of the bed and then rotates out. Can you see this mount here? Got that, Jason? See that guy? So this pin comes out, and this antenna mount, whip antenna mount, rotates down. We've got these tuned for VHF and CB. He's got dual mounts here. Most of the time he has them off just because they get a little cumbersome with the antennas hanging out. But with this design where it rotates it forward, it allows the antenna to come right up in between here, and there's a mount on the front over here on the roof rack to hold the antenna whip down in place. So it gives you a little bit lower clearance if you're driving around town into garages or whatever you have that's low-lying. Just a tremendous amount of work that went into this. Obviously you can see that. It took us months to build and create this whole slant back system for them. Wayland traffic visor here. Additional Wayland lights here. Just all kinds of different colors, different patterns, virtually whatever you want to do, you can do with the Wayland system. And then we have the rigid lights all over the place. Oh, rigid IR light front and rear. So when he's running night vision, he's got his rigid IR light here. We've got a Lowrance system on the inside, Lowrance antennas right here. Try to keep everything as low as possible. Also on this roof rack, we went with a lower profile design than normal. So our search and rescue roof rack has a vertical bar that goes front to back, and we lay them down at almost a 45-degree angle. But on this one, we shorten it up a little bit, so it's very low. It literally hangs out probably, 2.5 inches over the top of the roof rack. So really cool design there. All the wiring is all integrated internally, so you can't see any external wires. You can see the wires running inside here, then it runs down the pillar and then inside the truck. Definitely proud and excited to be able to work on such an amazing truck and build such an amazing vehicle as Mel Slantback. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching as always, and make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. See you guys soon.